Hello, welcome to week 4 of Introduction to Professional Writing. First, I wanted to go over the feedback that I gave you on writing assignment 1, which was the email, persuasive email. And your feedback when you open up the document should look like this, and there should be comments here. Be a good idea to look at these comments because these are areas where I thought that your document, your letter could be improved and make it suitable for a professional publication. So if you click on the comments, you'll see something like this. You can follow the link and that'll give you the exact reasoning why I flagged something as being necessary to change. One that comes up pretty often is comma use, and if you click on that, you'll get a source of information that will give you all the rules for commas, which are very important to get right, especially because you use them so often when you're writing. So take a look at those and make your corrections for that, and your final draft is due at the end of this week, and I'll give you a grade based on the grading rubric for that. Let's move this over to the side. The Writing Center. Some of you I talked about maybe just to polish up your draft, it might be a good idea, or your final draft might be a good idea to visit UMUC's and use the services of the Writing Center. So all you need to do for that is I just type in UMUC Effective Writing Center and you'll see a link for this site. And the good thing about this, for one thing, is you can submit your paper and they'll actually help review it and work as like an editor or someone who's reading it for you and with you and putting it together one-on-one. So that's a good way to improve your writing for your final draft. So this is a good site to look at when you have time to see all the different services that UMUC offers for writing, since it's such an important part of professional careers nowadays. So back to week 4. Go down each thing. The first 3 things are about APA citations and getting that correct. We'll definitely be using them for writing assignment 4. There's a quiz on that to take, get some points for that. How to write a perfect memo is a video that pertains to our next assignment, and that's coming up in just a second. I'll show you that. And here's a module with information also on how to write a memo. Career Services is a short video. It actually kind of is an introduction for next week's, what we're doing next week more, but it's short. It gives you an overview of what's going on with UMUC's career services opportunities and services there. So there's 2 also discussions this week. You don't need to reply to classmates' posts for these, but there are some questions that we'd like you to answer. One is consider an email that you've sent and talk about whether it was effective, how could it have been improved, and things like that. The other one actually has to do with this week's major assignment, writing assignment 3, and that's writing a memo to an employee that needs needs to know that his sales performance needs to improve, basically. So these are some questions to answer for that discussion for that. The assignment is right here. So you can click on that, and that's actually the submission folder, so you can submit it there. Let me put this in learner mode so I know exactly that it's what you're looking at. Okay, and the one thing I want to point out about this is definitely the rubric down here. So again, that's how I'll be scoring it. So when you're done your draft, you'll have a first draft due at the end of the week, and then I'll offer feedback, and you'll have a final draft due a couple weeks after that, after I give you the feedback. So follow these, make sure you have these in your memo, and you'll get a good score. And the actual assignment sheet is here. Let's go over that. It's everything. If you Well, definitely you want to read it over carefully. I'd probably cut and paste it or have a copy of it right next to me when I was writing my memo. Definitely be familiar with all the information, because that's definitely the great way to write, is know a lot about your subject. So this tells you all about the scenario. You're a manager of an athlete's foot shoe store, and you have one employee that you need to send a memo to set up a meeting so that you can discuss some issues that he's having with his sales performance. And this talks about everything that's going on with his sales. One thing I definitely read it all over. One thing I definitely wanted to point out is this part right here, which basically says you need to write a memo to Jim about his performance. You want to express your concern about the issues mentioned above, but you don't want to discourage him. You want him to continue with his strengths that he's shown on the job, and you don't want to lose him. You want to help him to improve, basically. So it's a first kind of notice that it's almost like a performance review, basically, almost like, so that you just want to tell him some areas where he can improve. You want to set up a meeting with him. I'd probably set it up during a shift, like a next shift that he's going to go on, and make sure it's during the shift so he knows he's going to get paid, because he should pay the employee if he's going to be in a meeting with you. So those kind of small details are important. So you want to outline the problems, outline his strengths, and set up a meeting. That's the goal of the memo. And it needs to be some other things that you could look at to help you with your memo. It should be 300 to 400 words in length. It's due at the end of the week. Your first draft, make it as polished as possible, and I can offer some feedback. And if there's anything that needs to be improved, hopefully not too much, I can offer some suggestions, and then you'll have a final draft due. Let's have another great week. Again, if you have any questions during the week, please email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.